All right. So welcome to ScreeCast. This is CameronKraft.
Mm.
Uh,
My name is CameronKraft, and essentially, I kind of like just do whatever I want. And essentially, I like to make music, and I like to invest and preserve my money and capital. That's all I do with my life, is do whatever I enjoy.
so
That's
I
it.
know recently you've been encouraging people to invest. Um, what's like, is it risky? What? Why?
See, I'll always encourage people to invest, and I have always been. And the reasoning is because I believe in our American stock system, and I believe it will always go up. And that might sound a little odd, but in the past, it's only proved to have gone up. So I always tell people that they should be investing. The average per year for the S&P 500 is around 7% per year. It's a lot better of an investment than pretty much bonds or like precious metals or having in a savings account that at the moment barely pays anything. So I will always tell people to invest because I do not think we're going to end up like a Japanese market, and I believe we'll always go up in the long term. And so that's why I think you should even invest.
How many years
Because,
have you been investing?
oh gosh, for it depends what you want to be saying. Uh, Long term, I didn't start for probably like the past year. Uh, Not like the past year because this year just started, but past last year. But short term and day trading, all of that, I've been doing it since I was 14. My dad added me onto his Folio investing account, and I was very terrible at investing, but now I'm top tier, like top tier level. I am making that as a sarcastic joke, but I am pretty decent compared to what I used to be.
So what's the difference between a long term and a day stocks short term?
hmm So long term is when you're buying into a stock and you're predicting that the value for the long term will be at a much higher level than you bought it in for. But generally, that's true, uh, especially for American stocks. Well, I can't say all of them, but generally, what a long term is you're buying in and expecting the price in the future to be a lot higher. Short term, or day trading or swing trading. Day trading is pretty much buying in, selling out in the same day. But swing trading is pretty much maybe holding it a day or two, but you will be taxed short-term capital gains versus long-term capital gains. And that's a whole different spectrum of tax. And I don't see what I'm confused about right now, Troy, is what do you think of the stock market? Like, why haven't oh, I guess I know why haven't you, but like, do you believe that the stock market goes up? From the little you know, what do you think of the stock market?
So when I first heard of the stock market, I thought it was just basically gambling. To be honest with you,
Mhm.
you've been in the same school I have been. They don't actually
I
teach you how to use the stock market. We have a class for it, but it was awful. I just know that, and it give it out like we were gambling basically. Um,
yeah, that is true.
so I guess
Uh,
I never thought of it just because they made it look so bad.
yeah. To be fair, the school system will never teach you properly how to do anything important, in my opinion. Uh, but
I agree.
I did the same thing you did or whatever, and the way they taught it was completely terrible. The way they taught investing. Uh, that's our school system, and obviously they were just teaching you how to make the most amount of. Pretty much, it was a challenge who can make the most amount of money in the littlest of time. But their way of trading in and out was completely terrible, and that's not normally what you do because over 90% of day traders or swing traders will lose money. Uh, and I remember reading that somewhere. You can go fact check me, whoever, if anybody ever watches this. Uh, but otherwise, that's why long-term investing is kind of the best way to preserve wealth and to gain wealth. Uh, but dividends, you can get dividends also. Dividends are very cute. in my opinion. Uh, I don't know where to go. Troy,
Yeah, I
back
was
to
just
you,
listening.
Troy.
I don't want to. 69 News. So
What?
you made it sound like a newscast. Back to you.
Back to
So,
you, Troy. Oh, back to you, Fennec. Oh,
yeah, you said my name like 5 times in that. It's understandable though because we know each other in
no,
real life.
his no. I don't actually know your name. I'm just making up a name. What I
Yeah,
think you'd
totally.
be called, you know? Your real name's Chad.
So you technically don't need a job, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
so
Mm-hmm.
example, how much do you normally spend a day trading?
Oh, it depends on I, I'm not gonna lie. I've been sometimes lazy trading. Uh, but sometimes the more I'm involved, is obvious I'm gonna make more money trading. Uh, but I can tell you, I'll tell you about my most recent trade. How about?
All right.
So I there's a stock CPSH, and yesterday I bought in with like only around 400 in value. Like $400 is not much to swing trade with. I didn't really believe in the stock too much, so I was like 400 bucks. And then I swing traded it and sold it before market this morning, making a profit of $47.50. And that was from a $400 trade. Normally I swing trade with a lot bigger position, but that's when I'm more confident in the position. I wasn't that confident in this position, but more because it was a political investment over a actual investment, in my opinion. But essentially, the more time I put into something, the more research I can do in a stock, the better returns I'll get. But otherwise, a lot of people aren't going to be like that. Back to you, Fennec Fox Hushy.
You actually got it right. So,
Yeah, this is Hushy.
so do you actually consider this super risky, or is like both? So, okay, here's a better question. I know one way is more risky than the other way, the long term and the short term. Which one's more risky and
hmm
why? Type of thing.
Um, so the more risky one is day trading or swing trading, and the reason is uh, because a lot of people, whenever they buy to plan to sell the stock right away, they expect it to always go up right away. So they expect it to kind of go back and forth during their trading charts, and they don't understand the RSI, the MACD, or the Boolean lines. Those are whole different things, but like they don't understand that it can go down, and then people usually just sell out at a loss instead of waiting like another hour until it goes up. Because a lot of people just don't understand the concept that you will lose eventually. And some people don't want to hold a stock. That's why I normally, if I day trade or swing trade, normally I day trade and swing trade stocks that I'm very well put that I would hold on to them if I had to, so I never sell at a loss. So normally I day trade like JP Morgan, Discover Bank, Microsoft, Apple, great stocks to hold for the long term if I have to. But long term is obviously the most safe way of investing because normally you don't put all your eggs in one basket. You spread your portfolio out into multiple different stocks so it doesn't go down. Uh, Day trading, people just don't understand that you can hold a stock a little bit and get your money back, or they trade crappy stocks, uh, mostly like penny stocks and all that kind of stuff, which generally are never good to trade, swing trade, any of that, but people still do it because people don't understand. That's why long-term investing is just better for most people because they don't understand what to trade or day trade uh, in the future. You know what I'm saying? Do you
Yeah.
see my other coffee cup?
No, you threw it at me.
It slipped.
Excellent. So,
I can't
one
say.
other topic. So, um, I know a lot of my viewers probably won't understand this because we're furries. Let's be honest. They buy like $5,000 fursuits, or like me,
Mm-hmm,
spend like
mm-hmm.
$60 on a avatar in a game. But
Hey, speaking of something, I saw you just. Okay, this might be a little off topic, but you just went to Wendy's last night, Troy. You should be saving that
Logan was
bread.
like,
And
I want Wendy's. And I'm like, all right.
Cause I'm like, you just had like soup and I'm like,
It
but if
makes
it
you
was just
happy.
him that got it.
It makes you happy. I just got fries.
Ah, even worse. Even worse is you got something.
All right. So the next thing I want to talk about, but I'm pretty sure we've got most of investing out of the way. That's all I know of investing right now. Um, how's music going? What's
It's a freaking banger. So I recently got off my game grind so I could do the things that are important. You
like
know
this?
that, but
No, I'm
like
joking.
this. No, just kidding. It's not that bad. You know, I'm very comfortable speaking wherever I have to, and I'm just vibing. And obviously, the link to my music will be in his description. I was kidding. Self-advertisement. No, just kidding. It's trash right now. Don't go listen to it. I don't want to put in the description. It's trash right now. Okay, so what was I saying? I'm
You're
getting
vibing.
back in the time where I can speed make beats. I used to sell beats and stuff. Uh, they were really bad, but I used to sell them. Now I'm at a point like if I was going back into it, I could actually sell some probably. But I'm getting back into speed making beats just to make me better. Because I was a little slow for a while, and now I can make a beat like 10 minutes, 12 minutes. It's not like the best beat. But then otherwise my main music I'm finishing off, and that stuff is top tier. When I release my EP or album, top tier. That's all.
So you've been making music. What's your? Are you making an album, or are you gonna be making a single? You know, like just a song. Are you
So
ever?
I already have two songs uh completely done. Uh so I'll either be making an EP or an album, and I guess a lot of people don't understand the difference between those. I didn't understand until I started releasing music.
So
Um
what
an
is the difference?
album's an EP's pretty much uh, like less than 7 songs. An album's pretty much more than 7 songs. But the whole thing about them, they involve time and all of that too. It's pretty much the 7 songs or less, as of my knowledge. Uh, I'll probably be releasing an EP or an album. Depends how I feel, you know.
Do you have any new
Depends what
songs
I'm
uploaded yet? You
like.
know,
Do you like coffee?
it depends the mood. I normally don't, but there and then if it's like a nice morning and I don't work, I wouldn't mind one.
Do you like warm or cold coffee?
Um, I like warm dark coffee, just dark, or I like when I go to City Brew once a year, I like their Mountain Time cold coffee.
Heard City Brew. I'm out.
All right, peace.